Hi guys, it's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, here with another Create and Relate. So, I don't feel that great today. I feel mentally and physically exhausted. I have a really weird headache, but I have still managed to get done things that I needed to get done. Some of them. One thing that I got done I'm really proud of myself about. I think this is about where I left you last night, or this morning rather, when I was working on this. I remember because I have an idea for a garment, and I think this is going to be part of it. Well, at any rate, I've been busy. I did not get busy on this until like 6 o'clock this evening. So the past, it was more like 7. I'm sorry, I went to the store at 6. So the past 3 hours or so have produced like this much. Yeah. So I've been busy. Just been sitting here looking at TV and crocheting. I have not been on the scale today. I know that number is going to be low because I have not eaten like I should for the past couple of days. And yeah, I just don't feel that great, guys. I went to bed last night and woke up at 5:20 this morning. Fixed my cup of coffee, came back in the room and got my meds together. And while sitting here in the chair, I just felt the need to go back to sleep. So I slept for about an hour, and then my grandson got up, and bless his heart, he fixed me breakfast again. I had a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant, and I took my meds at that point. But then from there, all I wanted to do was sleep. And each time I woke up, I just felt like, and my babies were perfect today. They just came back here and they just came back here and crawled in my bed and looked at TV. They didn't bother me. They didn't go grab toys. They didn't argue. They just crawled up there on the bed. One was at the foot, one was at the head, and they just watched television. And I made sure I put it on something that they would enjoy. And they just let me sit in the chair and sleep. Excuse me. My daughter came in from work. It was a grueling day for her. I'm so sorry. I just wish peace, love, and happiness for everybody. I really do. I know that if there were not bad, then we wouldn't recognize good. I understand the concept. I just wish that it wasn't so much. And the bad just seems to be taking over. And y'all, please keep Donald Trump and his crew in prayer with the shooting that's going on. You know, to be completely honest, no, I do not want him as president again. I think we're in trouble. You know, I just think we're in trouble because Biden doesn't need to go that route again either. But I don't wish any harm on anybody either. I don't. I really don't. I'm still sipping my water. I have had some grapefruit juice today. I know that's one of the things that kind of helps me out. I've not taken anything for the headache because it's hard to describe it. It feels like a headache wants to happen. I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like I've taken a super dose of cold medication and gone to sleep. And when you wake up from that, you feel like you're just in a fog, like you're in like this really fantastical world or something. Nothing is, reality doesn't feel like reality. It all feels mystical. That's how I feel today. Kind of blah, kind of, it's not real. But I'm praying that these stitches that I have invested into this shawl have been very real. I don't need them not to be. I am currently working on my self-challenges for the month of August. I really wanted to participate in some craft shows, some get involved in some market sales, but everything in our area, excuse me, is like super expensive. I've been in contact with some churches, and I've had a few to say that they would get back with me, but for the most part, they have one down at the beach close to me, farmers market, and in order to be a part of that, there's a peddler's license. You have to have 2 licenses and a permit, which come to a total of $1,310. No. Of course, in Etsy, you have to have, it's better for you if you have a business license, which is about half that much in the state of Virginia. Virginia is a very greedy state. They are a Commonwealth state. And that does it. I know that I sound down, but I'm not down about that. It is what it is. And I have always been a firm believer that if it's meant for you, it's going to happen. And I keep producing, and somehow or another things keep selling. So, you know, when I get to the point where I can do these external things, I will go for it, because I desperately want to do this. I'm coming from an era when you go to the local flea market, buy a table in time for $7, and you sell what you could in that 4-hour window, and then from there you pack up and you leave, and you know, you just go around to various places. If you were in one of the inside flea markets, then it was $35 for the week, and you set up shop and go for it. As long as you paid that $35, you could have that shop. But that was back when I doubted myself a lot. I did not foresee the commitment that I would be willing to give to crocheting. I was very much in the mindset of the 9 to 5, and there's a lot that you have to consider before. If you're not willing to put in the time to get what you want out of it, then there's no need to get into it. And what I mean by that is, you can be the best crocheter in the world, but if you're not committed to it, if it's more like a fluke to you, you know, if you go out and buy yarn, that'll make a pretty blanket, and you go home and you whip that blanket up in 2 days, and somebody sees it and asks you how much it is, and you sell it, and maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months later, you do the same thing, because your focus is elsewhere, then I'm not saying stop what you're doing. All I'm saying is, don't quit your day job. If that's the focus, if that's all the commitment that you have to give to it, don't quit your day job. It is a committal type thing. You have to be willing to sacrifice time that you don't think you have. There are going to be some sleepless moments. You have to And it's not just for the crocheting itself. There's a lot that goes on behind the actual crocheting scene. Telling myself how much product I want to make for next month. We have a family reunion coming up, like I said. Not only am I taking shawls. Shawls are the biggest of what I'm taking. But I also want to take bucket hats. I want to take ear warmers. I want to take my scrunchies. You know, there's several that want to take more bags than just the bags for the shawls. So I have to put in the time. I talk about the big things that I want to do and want to carry, but I have to make sure that I have the yarn. I have to make sure that I have the stamina. That's another thing I'm so without today and so need. But you know, and I have to set aside blocks of time for that, because outside of that, life still goes on. I still have grandbabies I'm helping to take care of. I still have doctor's appointments and other commitments, you know, that I have going on. So, and then you have to make sure you have all of your equipment. I was sitting here today crocheting, and a moment came that I had to stop and literally reach down into my beside me stash and grab a fingernail file, because my fingernail was about to snag my work. And when you sit down at your station, at your desk, or whatever it is, table, whatever you use, if you have to get up and go hunt for a fingernail file, you're taking crochet time away. Deciding to become a YouTuber, I'm learning this, so I'm learning to structure my time, and as I go forth, I will be setting aside blocks of time. I will be writing itineraries of what I want to discuss, and I'll be keeping my videos at a certain time. Excuse me. I'll be keeping my videos within a certain time frame. As I learn how to edit, I will give myself X amount of time to edit. I am, like I said, I'm learning, and I'm looking at a lot of content providers who pre-record, and I don't mean like record right now, edit and put it out right now. I mean like record yesterday, last week before last even, and have these things set up and ready to come out in the future, you know. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I'm like, yeah, this is something that I can look into doing in that way. I can set aside a Wednesday just for crochet, a Thursday just to create content, a Friday maybe more crocheting, and you know, the days will be different, of course. You know, Saturday, me and the kids do this and this, and I can set aside a 4-hour block for crocheting and a 2-hour window for cleaning, and then I might be able to, you know. But I'm learning time management and scheduling. But like I said, I just wanted to jump on and let you all know I'm proud of myself with the stitch challenge that I did. I did manage to do over 16,000 stitches. To me, everything is about the stitches, because if I don't get the stitches in, the project is not going to be done. So I am working on that as well, formulating how much time to put into the crocheting so that I'll know how many stitches I can get done. I can't, for some reason, I cannot leave out stitch count. It's the OCD in me to sit down and just crochet blindly. I really feel like I've done nothing. And lots of times those are the projects that get ripped apart. They get frogged. Because I don't get the satisfaction of completion, not knowing the work that I put into it, and just seeing the item is not the proof that my spirit needs. I need to know how much work I really put into it. If I put 750 stitches into this ear warmer, I need to see that. I don't, or know that. To me, it has to be written down somewhere. Something else I keep close by. I think I told you all that. I always have my notebook or paper or something, and something to write with close by. Because I'm always jotting things down. I have ideas. There is a blanket that I want to do, and as much as I don't like sewing squares together, the idea came to me about this, and I was like, oh, but that would be so amazing. So I think it's gonna happen. Excuse me. On top of that, this top concept is like the shawl. Excuse me, I'll be back. I'm back, y'all. I forgot what I was saying before my daughter called. But another reason I need to write things down is because I forget. And I need to be able to put bullets by where I was last. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and let you know that I did do over 16,000 stitches. I'll let you know I'm not feeling that great today. I really am not. I'm still smiling though, and I'm still pressing forward. But I'm not going to hold you guys long. I, as always, want to send shouts out. Kay's Crochet. She does a lot of blankets with the border attached, with the border built-in, the built-in borders. And I think it's really cool to watch her. I also watch Mama Seta, Granny Seta, I believe she goes by, and she's a treat. I enjoy watching her and her crochet with me. There are quite a few that I have come across, a lot who have become subscribers, and I go check out their channels as well. And Drea is coming along. She is blowing up, and I am so happy for her. She's doing big things. I see her going far. I do. Because she's just so real. She's just, and I'm not taking away from anybody else. I think everybody that I have come across is real in their own way. And I love it. I'm learning from everybody. I can't take the authenticity of myself away, but I can learn, certain things, like the desire to want to do a tutorial. I look at you guys and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. I can probably do that, but I do know that there are things that I need to get that done. I have ordered a mic, one piece at a time, right? And I'm looking at a tripod. There are a couple of things that I'm looking into. I want a different style camera. I'd like to be able to use my Chromebook for messages when I'm involved with lives, as opposed to looking at it on TV, having it on the Chromebook. And then I want to be able to look at someone's live, be able to type and still do things that I need to do, which is record my stitches. That's what it always comes back to. getting those stitches done. So yeah, I am gonna get back to the shawl. Don't know what time I'm gonna be going to bed. I haven't a clue, but I'm hoping to. I know I'll be up until 1 at least, and I'm hoping to at least have the shawl completed. And probably a bucket hat. I pulled my little cakes over, and I'm gonna make a bunch of chaos. Thank you, Kiara. Kiara doesn't call it scrap. She says chaos sounds better. So I told her when I made something I was going to name it chaos. So I'm going to make some chaos bucket hats. So like I said, please keep Kiara and Crystal from Bag a Day in your prayers as they go through. Also anything that you can do to help Jennifer get her G.R.O.W back from Cinnamon Stitches. Drop her a line, give her ideas. I love the tops that she's made that I've seen, and that was kind of an inspiration to do my own. When I held that shawl up against me, it was like, oh, this can so be a top, but I have to cover in the sides, and I would really rather make a whole dress of it. And yeah, so I'm secretly but openly trying to come up with a design for a dress for big girls. And please, please, please send good vibes to my insurance company that they will approve this paniculectomy, because this thing is really, it's beyond bothering me now. It's pulling me down. It's exhausting to walk around with this. And like I said, if I were to lift it now and just rest it on the counter, the rest of my body feels so good. But this thing down here is really pulling me. It feels like a big tumor, and it's starting to hurt. And I don't think the insurance company sees that side of it. I hope that I'm talking loud enough. I'm trying. I can feel myself getting lower, and I don't mean to. But in the meantime, in between time, please exercise peace, love, and happiness. Please, please, please. When you walk past that mirror and see that reflection, you know what to do. 3 words. I love you. And know beyond a shadow of a doubt, with every fiber of my being, that I, Kitty Lane, love you too. Until we meet again in a few hours probably. You all have an awesome evening, an awesome day, an awesome time creating, and know that I love you. Take care, guys.